more live comedy as Off the KUF. The anniversary special, the nighttime show, continues. Music by Sherm Mitchell. You guys ready, or are we close? This is Jack, by the way. Captain Jack from RLX Sound is our location engineer for Armchair Politics on Wednesday mornings at the White Horse. He's helping out tonight. Also, Metal Mike from the Butcher Shop Show on Friday nights on WKUF is over in the studio across the way, holding down master control, as we call it. And then Kyle Kupchi, the station manager, is participating. We also have the guys from FlintTalkRadio.com streaming this live so that people can see us having all this fun all over the world. You guys ready to go? Cool. I'm ready for you guys, and I think everybody else is here too. We promised live music, and here it is. Some of the great jazz that can be found in Flint. You have to look for it a little bit these days, but they're still around and playing great music. Pat Crowley on piano, Sherm Mitchell on various instruments. You started on the oboe, didn't you? That was back a little ways. Anyway. Well, we brought you here to play music. We didn't know you were going to do comedy. You can be. It is comedy.
Comedy is life.
That's right.
So they're all entertained by the time you're 20, everything is a fight, everything is red eye, fat mouth, and everything else. By the time you're 30, you've been hit a lot, you've been abused a lot, and you got to get a little crazy. By the time you're 40, you're saying, boy, I sure got a lot of scars. I wonder how I got those, because you start to forget them. By the time you're 50, you've already made up your mind that no more, you're not going to get punished anymore. So everything's cool. You don't say anything anymore. You just sit and listen. Well, then it goes on up there, and by the time you're my age, you just listen a lot. Try to remember what you learned those years that you weren't getting abused and beat up. And generally, you can have a pretty coherent and sensible conversation. So, that's where that goes.
If it's okay with the mayor, I'm going to amend my previous statement and say Flint jazz legend and philosopher.
Well, the truth of it is, Tom, everybody's a philosopher. You just have to get poor enough and old enough, and it all comes about that way.
Well, I have a philosophy too, and that is that comedians, most of the comedians I met, you're going to meet a couple more coming up in just a little bit, but most of the comedians that I've met and interviewed and had on the show all want to be rock stars.
Well,
and all the musicians I know want to be comedians.
When I was young, I wanted to be a rock star. You know, rock wasn't even in. I just wanted rock so I could fight back.
Well, you make it sound like it was the Stone Age.
Well, it was the Stone Age. It was either stone or get stoned.
That's right.
And finally, when I was old enough to get stoned, I found out it wasn't the same thing.
Well, sometimes I don't even need to be here, I just let them go. No, we're going to let them go right now with some great music. Sherm Mitchell, Pat Crowley at the piano.
I have one thing to say before I leave, and I would like to tell, I know this is not a commercial station, but Pat and I have the good fortune to be working a regular right down on Ballinger at a place called Vehicle City Ribs, and that's Thursdays. So if you feel like coming out and hearing a little bit of live music, make yourself comfortable. They got great food there. Don't mean to commercialize it, but it's a family-owned place, no booze, so naturally they're cooking a lot of food just to pay for Pat. And what I do when he gets through at the end of the night and gets paid, I take him outside and threaten him, and he gives me half the money, and we both go home happy.
Well, that sounds like a heck of a deal. That's kind of how it works around here, except for the part where there's money.
I know. Money comes in the way of spondulics, geeks, bread. All of those things I don't have. Just
and you're not going anywhere. We're going to hear some music, but we're going to hear some more
we're
later
gonna
on too.
I just want to say this one thing before I leave, and that is to say, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro, and I'm working on becoming a pro.
All right. Well, you're going to hear some pro jazz next on Off the Cuff. Sherm Mitchell, Pat Cronley on Off the KUF. We'll go to a quick break here, and then we'll be back with a little bit more music from Sherm and Pat in just a moment. And then we're going to hear from one of our cavalcade of cohorts from coast to coast. And then coming up in just a few minutes, Armchair Politics, live at BJ's.